Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you've got Darren Little here with the MLM Superheroes, and we are live right now on an international call, on an international broadcast, broadcasting to all four corners of the world. Guys, what I want to do here tonight is a couple of things. I want to, for each person, to talk about a little bit about what have you taken away from Millionaire Mentoring? What have been some of your nuggets that you've been able to apply into your business, into your life, that's shifted things and taken things to the next level. So let's start maybe with Chad.
Hey, what's up, Darren? I mean, man, there's been so many things that I've been able to take away, help me out in my business and in life. And probably the main thing is just that, I have no doubt in my mind that, I will be, a seven-figure earner in this industry. And I will have the million-dollar ring, on that hand. Like, I just know that. So, like, because to me, I guess I just see some people, they just don't really have that supreme, like, self-confidence or belief in themselves. I think that's like a lot of people's major drawback. So I think Millionaire Mentoring just instills that in any person. And then also all of the basics that you've taught for just basic networking, just how to have a casual conversation and connect with people. That's really what kind of transformed my business because, like I've been using my Twitter strategy to get traffic and stuff, but how I actually launched my business was using that Twitter strategy to actually connect with people. And and that's really what launched, was actual knowing how to have conversations and be a leader, be a mentor. I mean, because all the stuff that we know literally can help so many people in the home-based business industry. And yeah, so I mean, those are probably my two major things that I've taken away.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to share with you guys here tonight is that everybody is going to have a different takeaway. Everybody is going to have, nobody's breakthrough is the same as the other person. Okay, so we're all individuals. We all have our own unique, sort of ingredients within our own psyche, within our own mind. We're all individuals, and there's not another one of us. Okay, so Chad's breakthrough is not necessarily the same as Shirley's breakthrough, right? But it's important for you to understand that you need to take your breakthrough and pull that out and now teach that, okay? Because everybody's going to be different. Because I talk about a lot of different strategies, a lot of different things about mindset, unstoppable vision, unleash the alpha within. There's a lot of stuff there, right? Some of it is spiritual, some of it is just conventional applying of strategies, some of it's marketing and advertising. It's all over the place, okay? But what you have to understand about being a leader is that your breakthrough is going to be unique. It's going to be its own special thing, okay? And you need to take your breakthrough of what was that thing that took you over the edge. What was that thing that, totally changed everything for you? And that's what you want to share with the world. You want to share your personal breakthrough of what made the light switch flick on for you. Because just so you know, guys, internally inside your body, there's a switch. And when the switch activates, that's your aha moment. That's your personal breakthrough. That's what you need to be sharing with the world. Okay? That's what you need to be sharing with the world. Okay? So as an example, if you want to talk about the what I call the low-hanging fruit, there's two types of people that typically get involved in the home-based business industry. Okay? They're in a state of transition and they're at a breaking point. Okay? Now, if that's one of the things that's been part of your breakthrough, like it was for Chad, when Chad talks about it in his own breakthrough, his own special sauce, right? It has a significant amount of impact because it's now coming from his voice, right? Versus my voice. Make sense? Right? Okay, Shirley, what's been your biggest breakthrough so far?
So far, it's just been eliminating fear. That's always been a problem of mine, really. I always said that I didn't care what people thought when actually, I guess deep down I did. And so the only way to eliminate fear was to do, and that's what I did. I wasn't sure if people was gonna enjoy my content or if it was gonna be valuable, but I'm getting a lot of really good feedback and I'm getting a lot of clicks from that. And even then, I right now I this is the fastest that I've grown in such a short amount of time. And basically, it's just and another thing is that I'm always the one to try to dissect things first and try to figure every little nook and cranny and then I just realized, you're right. We don't have to do that because it just messes it up. And sometimes you just got to be spontaneous, and then we get the best outcome from that. And most importantly, it was just about being yourself, pretty much, because people enjoy that. It reminds me of, like Sam Smith. He was making horrible music when he started out, and because he was trying to fit in, trying to make music that he thought people would like, and he only skyrocketed when he started being himself. So that's very important, and I feel like people are enjoying my content because they see the true me. I mean, I'm still motivating and all that, but I'm still cussing and I'm still being myself. So that's the thing. I think that's most important, and that's what people enjoy.
Fantastic. Okay. So, what I would put out to you, Shirley, is that in itself is a massive breakthrough, right? About not trying to be somebody, just be yourself. It's like the raw, uncut. I call that the naked soul, right? Not if you're cutting a video, guys, and you need to go like this, then you just do it, right? I mean, if you're sitting there and you lose your train of thought, right? Just go, what was I just thinking about? Okay, I got it, right? And then just keep on going again, right? That's real. You don't have to be scripted. You don't have to be perfect in order to be a good marketer. You've just got to open up your heart, right? And be prepared to be vulnerable. Be okay with being vulnerable. Be okay with looking back at your past with some of your life lessons of things that you've learned to propel yourself forward to the next level, right? Remember that the gateway to the future is in cleaning up the past, okay? Very important. Okay. Now, what I will share with you, Shirley, is that what's happened for you, quite honestly, is like a miraculous thing, okay? Seriously, I'm not joking here.
Yeah.
In literally in like 4 weeks, you have cracked through and broken through the matrix, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, no joke. And you're speaking from your deepest part of your soul, right? And you're not trying to put on any sort of front. I mean, it's like real, right? That's why you're getting the response that you're getting right now from your content. Does that make sense?
Right, for sure.
Okay. Okay, Jessica.
Here, Darren.
Okay. So what has been your biggest breakthrough, Jessica?
Definitely providing more value to people. You know, the 80-20 rule. So I've been posting a lot more value and getting good feedback and helping people solve their problems. And now I need to get over my fear of doing videos and stuff and just be myself.
Okay. You know, here's the interesting thing, Jessica. It's like you have the ability to go to $10,000 probably the fastest of, you know, the people here that are in right now in the group, okay? But there's some little tiny thing, right? This little thing, this little slightly off the frequency, right? And you know what I'm talking about, because if you were right on the frequency, then the people would just be joining, right? So there's something. And your goal is to look back at your timeline, which I know that you've been doing, right? You got to look back at your timeline and realize that there's something back there. There's something back there that you're holding on to. You know, it could be your fear of being judged, could be your fear of you know, being laughed at, right? There's something there that could have happened when you were a little girl, that happened with your parents or your dad or your mom or whatever, could have happened from one of your teachers in elementary school. There's something back there that you're holding on to that is not allowing you to advance into be a front runner, right? And you're going to have to be the detective, because you're the only person that knows. I can't be the you know, the researcher, the detective, to find out what's actually that trigger back there. The only person that can, you know, unravel that is you. Does that make sense? You know that I'm right, right?
I know you're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because, you know, here's the interesting thing, guys. Any time that we feel vulnerable, right? Vulnerable, or if I talk to a person and I bring up certain things about their past with their parents or whatever, if they laugh, if they start laughing about it, that's a protective mechanism, just so you know. Right? That's the protection to shelter the hurt. So we kind of we laugh it off, right? Because that shelters and it protects us from what's going on deeper internally. And that's your breakthrough, just so you know, guys, okay? So if we're talking about the past and something that happened back there, and your body will automatically go, ha 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 ha. That is your protective mechanism that's pushing back, right? That's trying to protect you from not dealing with the emotions, okay? With not dealing with the emotions. Okay, Gladys. Gladys? Are you there? Gladys?
Hi, yes.
Okay, Gladys, what has been your biggest breakthrough in the mentoring?
So first, I will say that I've received so many positive feedbacks on the video that I was so scared to shoot. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep on going.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Sorry.
Okay, so you got positive feedback from your video.
Yeah.
Okay, which you were probably, you know, in vulnerability, right?
Yes.
And you were a little bit scared.
Yeah, I'm still scared actually. So.
Okay. But here's what you found out is that when you're prepared to just be yourself, right? And to be open up your heart and be vulnerable, that people will actually lift you up like this. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, so is that a breakthrough for you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, good. Okay, so you've been to a couple of other, some of the other millionaire mentoring sessions. What have been some of the other things that have happened in your life that have been, eye-opening or personal breakthroughs in some way for you?
I would say the fact to hear other experiences, and yeah, so I'm still working on it, and yeah, so I just try to challenge some limits that I have right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to ask Jessica, what advice can you give to Gladys to be able to go to the next level?
My advice would be the same advice that I give myself, is just to get over your fear and just do it. Just be yourself, because that's what I'm going through as well. Just being okay with who I am, sharing my experience, not worrying about what people think about me.
Okay, Chad, what advice can you give to Gladys?
I would just put it out there that there's no reason to be fearful. And really, there's a thing that, I was taught, it's called, essentially just do it 5 times and the fear is gone. So whatever you're afraid of, just focus on, say if you are afraid of making videos, then make 5 videos in one day, and you don't even have to upload them if you don't want, but just to do it 5 times, and then the fear will be gone and it'll be no big deal anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Shirley, what advice can you give to Gladys?
In the beginning, it's kind of easier said than done. I understand that, because as soon as you know that the camera's going to turn on, you kind of just freeze and you have like this huge brain fart and you don't know what the hell you're talking about anymore. But usually okay. And I mean, sometimes what worked for me is that, again, I listen to Darren every morning, and even when I'm not listening to him, I'm listening to Brendan Burchard and Les Brown and all that. I listen to a lot of motivational speaking, and especially Will Smith. So that actually helped me through quite a bit, because even then, that's how you start to understand more, because you think the same way, and then you actually can just build off from some of the things that they say. It's really not that easy. I mean, not that hard in the end to give value if you believe in it and you feel the exact same way. So yeah, just listen to more motivational content.
Fantastic. Okay, Helen. Helen, you're muted.
Okay, I got
Okay.
that.
So
Yeah,
Helen, you've been on quite an amazing journey here for the last couple of years. What has been your biggest breakthrough in millionaire mentoring?
just do it. I think like I have been listening to a lot of motivational audible, like stuff like that. Thing is that, like, you know what? This is how I feel. There's a lot of things that I learned from Darren. There's something still blocking me, but like, every day is different. So I just have to keep going. So I still have to say, like, Darren is the guy who got me so far. Before I met Darren, I don't think I can speak here. I hide myself behind the camera. I hide myself behind the phone. And I hide myself without opening my mouth and talk. I guess throughout all these years, I built up my confidence. I sure that I can talk now. I'm sure that, like, what I need to do is just get the work done. I've been like feel not getting the work done because I commit to too many things in the house and a lot of excuses going on like that. You know,
Okay.
I was just thinking in my head here. So a lot of the time that we got blocked is that like we don't know what we want. We have to know what we want in order to get it. That is something that goes to my head. Yes. Thank you, Darren. I think I have a clearer picture of where my next step is.
Okay.
Thank you.
So guys, Helen brought up some really important thing in not only in personal development but also in business. This is the biggest challenge that people have, okay, is they have no idea what they want. Okay, so when I'm talking to people and I go through basically what I call an interview, okay, because I'm interviewing that person to find out whether or not they're a right fit to be able to work with me, okay? And I ask them certain questions, okay? So I want to find out what's happening in their reality right now, okay? So are they married? Do they have children? What's going on in their life? What has them looking for a business, okay? That's this zone, right, on the time continuum, okay? And then what's their vision? What do they really want? Here's a typical answer that I get from a person. So Tom, tell me about your vision. What is it that you really want? Like, how much money do you really want to make? As much as I can. Okay, that's called zero, right? That's called zero. So I say that's like asking a travel agent for 2 tickets. Okay, so you've got a blank slate there. There's nothing. You're asking for nothing. No, I want to make a lot of money. You're still asking for nothing. Okay, here's a penny. Right? Here's a penny. Are we good? Right? So what you've got to understand is that most people have no idea what they want. None. They have no idea why they even want it. None. Okay? You as a leader, you as a coach need to help that person to come to this, right? Which is a congruent understanding of their driving force, right? It's very casual. So when I'm talking to somebody and I'm looking at the evaluation of their business, the evaluation of their last week as an example, right? These are very simple, casual conversations, guys, okay? Your number one goal is to get a person to laugh. That's your number one goal, okay? Your second goal is to find a couple things in common with the person, right? But your ultimate goal is to find their pain, their problem, and their passion. They're either living their passion or they're not living their passion. They're either getting closer to their passion, they're spinning their wheels, or they're falling further behind. It's one of 3. Okay? So here's an example. So I built some rapport. I found out about the person. So Tom, what exactly is it that you do? Darren, I'm a mortgage broker. Oh, wow. How long have you been doing that? About 15 years. Is it your passion? Now, if it's not his passion, that means he's doing this or falling further behind. Okay? So he goes, actually, no, it's not, Darren. I go, really? What's your passion? To be quite honest with you, I love traveling. Well, why aren't you traveling 7 days a week? I can't afford it. Well, how much money do you need to be able to travel full-time to leave being a mortgage broker, right? I need about $15,000 a month. Tell me what you want the $15,000 a month for. Now he's going to spend the money, right? Now I'm going to find out how serious he is on a scale from 1 to 10, right? Now I've got leverage, right? Leverage, right? Okay, so Shirley, tell me if you can give me an idea of what does your business currently look like right now?
It's definitely grown quite a bit within a shorter period of time, but I could definitely be doing a lot better with closing, as spoken before. So yeah, that's that.
Okay, so tell me, what do you believe? Okay, what do you believe is your blocker? What is it that, because I believe I already see you as a superstar. Okay, I've watched your videos, I've read your content. I already see you at this other level that you might not already see yourself as. I already see that, right? So I already believe that you're going to be cranking out $3,000 days like clockwork, right? What do you believe is your internal blocker? Because it's internal inside your being. Talk to me about that.
I think that it's a little bit of I still do care a little too much, and another that maybe it's because a little bit of the ego is still there. I think that's what it is.
Okay, so are you talking about caring what people think?
Well, I don't know how to explain it. Uh, not, no, not necessarily, because it has gotten a lot better. Um, yeah, I don't really know how to explain it. Finding the people and having the people, just closing people, I don't know. I don't know how to explain more than that.
Okay. So guys, the first thing that you've got to understand about, let's talk about first about finding the people, okay? Finding the people. The people will find you if you have a solution to their problem, okay? A solution to their problem, okay? So where people go wrong in this industry is that they're trying to pitch their deal, right? Which is this energy, okay? This energy. That's not this industry, guys, if you want to be a top producer, okay? You have to focus on the problem and provide a solution to the problem, okay? So you've got to ask yourself, well, what's my problem? Okay, the moment that you start to peel back the onion on what's your problem is the same as 97% of the other people in the industry. Okay? So once you're okay with that, once you just accept that, once you surrender, like you're surrendering to the ocean, you're surrendering to the higher consciousness. Everybody has the same problems, guys. Okay? Everybody has the same problems. So if you make a list of even 5 things that you have problems with, and you find solutions to those problems, you become a top producer. You become a top producer. Why is that? Because you say, hey guys, is anybody having this problem? I had this problem, but I found a solution. You want to find out what I discovered? If I get 40 likes, I'm doing a webinar. You get an audience all of a sudden, right? So it's solutions to the problems that's going to make you rich. Providing solutions to the problems is what's going to make you rich, okay? not pitching your deal, not pitching. Solutions to the problems, okay? Now, here's what I will tell you about leadership in general. People will say, you know, they'll just first start in a business and they'll, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. Right? Don't be that person. Okay? Don't be that person. You're going to learn something, watch a video, you're going to implement it, right? Collect some data and share your results. Now, if you're not doing steps 2 and 3, you will not get a following. Okay, so you learn something, you implement it to collect a little bit of data, and now you're going to share your results. Okay? Now, if you're talking about a problem and providing a solution to this problem, you will always have an audience, guys. Always. You will always have an audience. So the moment that you take the pressure off of you and the pressure off of the pitch, and now you're focusing on the problems. Here's an example. Hey guys, does anybody here have a problem with getting rejected by their friends and family? Like, were you all excited about your business and then everybody that you knew told you to go fly a kite? Right? Have you had that problem? Right? I know exactly how you feel. Right? I felt the same way. Here's what I found. Feel, felt, found. Right? I know how you feel. I felt the same way. But here's what I found. A solution to the problem to never, ever get rejected ever again in your home-based business. Does anybody want to know what that is? Right? Do you see the difference? You see how working that type of strategy is going to help you to be able to get more people interested. Because what company am I targeting? Every company, right? Could be Organo Gold, could be Prepaid Legal, could be Genes Global, could be Gano Excel, could be Visalis, right? It could be any different company. That's my target, all companies. So if you focus on the problems and the solutions to the problems, over here, I can help you, right? That's how you get a list. That's how you get people interested. Okay, so here's an example. So Tom reaches out to me and says, hey Darren, you know, tell me about this this company that you're in. Okay, now most salespeople will go, oh well, it's like this and like that and like this and like that and like this and like that. We got these products and this is the comp plan, blah 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 blah. Okay, the professional networker says, you know what, Tom, that's a really good question. Now they reverse it. Tell me what has you looking for a business right now. Tell me what has you looking for a business right now. Have you been in the industry before? What level of success have you currently had? What do you currently do right now for your income? Tell me more about you so that I can best help serve you. Big difference, guys. That's a leader. The leader turns the whole thing around to the prospect to get the data so that they can best help serve that person. Because there may not even be a fit, just so you know. That person may not even be qualified to be able to work with you. Okay? So you've got to take charge. The person that asks the questions controls the conversation. The person that asks the questions controls the conversation. Okay? So if he asked me something, so Darren, I really want to know about this business. Can you tell me more about it? Right? I now have the opportunity to either answer or do a flip, right, to get more data. How can I even know if this is the right fit for him unless I know more about him and where he's at in his current life path? And what's his vision? What does he even want? Right? So here's a perfect example. If I have a person that's in a very low demographic and I'm in a conversation with them, and I know that they need a blog and the inner circle mindset training in order to be able to take their life to the next level. Because that's what you need to be a leader, guys, just so you know. You need a blog and you need the mindset. So once I find out they're in a low demographic, I'm not going to be putting them into iPass. I'm not. Doesn't make any sense, right? Because the blog alone, which is $25 a month minimum, right? $97 a month if you want to max out the pay plan, plus $100 for the mindset, plus $19.95, right? They're looking at between $144.95, right? And I don't know, 200, was it 219.95. Okay, how are they going to be able to do that, which is what they really need, if they're spending $47 a month plus $97 a month on this other side? They can't. They can't do both because they're in a lower demographic. So this is why it's so important for you to find out what level of income are you currently accustomed to making. Okay, really important question, guys. What level of income are you currently accustomed to making? This is where you get to your scale now. Your scale. So they're married. Oh, really? Does your husband work? Does your wife work? Now, why do I ask that question? Because I want to find out what the combined household income is for that person. Right? So Tom, I mean, give me an idea, just so we have some place to start, some baseline. What level of income right now are you currently accustomed to making? Oh, Darren, about $75,000 a year right now. Okay, cool. Does your wife work? Yeah, she actually works. She's a nurse. So give me an idea. What's the combined household income so we have a baseline, so we know where we're starting, so we can help you to get to the next level, right? Makes sense, guys? This language is very, very important, right? This language is very, very important, right? And I can see right now Chad's taking notes, and I can't see the rest of the people because they've got their pictures up, right? But I can tell you this. The reason that people have success is that success leaves clues. If I'm telling you guys that I say specific things, I ask specific questions, and Chad is the person that's writing them down, I can pretty much guarantee you that Chad's closing rates are going to go from here to here, right? Because he's getting it. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, guys, okay? There's no reinventing of the wheel here. Success leaves clues. Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you about closing and stepping into the next level. You have to know 100% that you hold the keys to universal abundance and that that person's dreams are on that side of you. You are standing at the gateway to universal abundance, and their dreams, their goals, everything that they ever wanted is right behind you. Standing right behind you is their dreams, their goals, their desires. You have to believe that in every single cell of your body. If you don't believe that, they certainly won't believe that either. Okay? If you don't believe it, they certainly won't believe it. So this is where this comes in. Physiology in your body, your physiology. Are you bulletproof, or are you, oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. Somebody please help me. Okay, that's the difference between being the leader and the victim. Okay? You are standing at the gateway, holding the keys. Okay? Now, if you are in very weak, low vibration, this type of energy, forget about it. Honestly, guys. That's why I put so much emphasis on Unleash the Alpha Within and Unstoppable Vision. There's a reason for that. There's a reason that I put so much emphasis on that. Because until you can get rid of this, these emotions right here, you know what I'm talking about if you're going through this. These emotions are holding you back. The emotions right here, they're right in your chest. These emotions are holding you back from going to the next level of success, from tapping into universal abundance. Until you get those emotions out of your body, you cannot advance to the higher levels of success. It's not possible, guys. It's not possible. Right? That's why I say that the gateway to the future is in cleaning up your past. If you do not uncover that stuff, if you don't be the detective to find out what was the deal, make a trip to the forest, proclaim that you're ready for the next level. Scream it out to the forest, to the trees, that you're ready to go to the next level. Complete vulnerability, guys. That's what's going to take you to the next level. Seriously. So, right now, Jessica is in a really interesting place, okay? Because in her mind, she can't identify what it is right now. She's still in a fog with it, right? But when her and I talk about it, okay, if I pull up replays or I pull up times when I bring her out into to do a testimonial, okay, she'll talk for a little bit, and then she always has a little laugh thing at the end. Just look at everything that we've ever done. It's consistent every single time, guys. So she'll talk for a certain point of time, and that's how long that she can hold the energy before she feels vulnerable, right? And then comes the ha 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 ha, the laugh thing. It always happens at the end. If you look back at every single recording that we've done, you'll see that, right? And the reason that I'm talking about this is to help Jessica have her breakthrough. Because until she's prepared to ask, what is that? What's going on here, right? What is preventing her? Because Jessica, I want to showcase you. I'm doing everything that I can in my power to be able to showcase you as a leader, okay? But if I bring you out onto the stage and you can only talk for 30 seconds, right, before you close up, what's next? What else can I do? I want to edify you and lift you up as a superstar, right? And I bring you to the stage, and you go for about 30 seconds, and then you clam up and you go, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, right? And you push it away. Okay, well, does that make sense? You know what I'm talking about, right? Yes or no? Okay. So what I want to share with you guys here is that is this. That has to get out of your body in order to go to the next level. And yes, it's going to be emotional, right? So you got to start to ask yourself, Jessica, what is it? What happened back there in your past when you were put out into, you know, a crowd, or put out into the audience, or put up on stage, or something? Something happened that you're holding on to that's not allowing that to clear to advance forward. Because it's a repetitive thing. It keeps on coming up, right? Now, when I talk about speaking to the listening, here's what I'm talking about. So, Jessica, here's what you could say as an example. So I say, Jessica, you know, tell me a little bit about your breakthrough in Nashville that you went through. And, you know, you could say, you know what, Darren, I've had this dream my whole life about being free. I've had this dream about being able to work whenever I want, whenever I wanted, travel the world, and just have a life of freedom where I didn't have to ever worry about price tags. And what I realized was that working for this corporation that I was working for, I was really, I basically hit an income ceiling. They weren't going to pay me any more if I worked 15 hours in the day, 18 hours a day, if I took my work at home with me, if I worked on the weekends. All I was going to get was my basic salary, right? And it really started to piss me off, to be quite honest with you, because my kids weren't seeing me. And I knew that even when I was working at night for my job, that I wasn't going to make any more money. And I reached my breaking point. I drew a line in the sand. And I said that I know that there's a better way. And when I went to Nashville and I sat there and I saw people that were just like me, business professionals that had totally broken through and faced their fears and stepped into their power, I knew that I could do this too. I knew that I could take my life to the next level. And that's when I drew a line in the sand. And I said that I'm going to be one of those people. I'm going to be one of those people on stage. I'm going to be one of those people that's motivating and inspiring other people into action. I'm going to be that person. I'm going to be that person up on stage. So I drew a line in the sand, Darren, and I put in my notice, and I said, I'm doing this. I'm going full-time, and that's it, period. And ever since I did that, something shifted. Something shifted in my whole being. Something shifted in my mindset. Because every day that I get up, that I can spend time with my kids, I know that I'm now on my path. I'm now on my path to reach my ultimate dream, my ultimate goal, my burning desire to be able to travel around the world and motivate and inspire other people. And I'm doing it. You see what I'm talking about, Jessica, now? Right? Now, here's what I will tell you guys. When you first start doing your testimonials, your Pandora's box will start to bubble up. It will. In the early stages of your evolution into your personal power, your Pandora's box will start, it will start to bubble up. The question is, are you prepared to just be okay with that? I don't know. There's strength in vulnerability, guys. There's strength in vulnerability. I can tell you that any person that gets up on stage that starts to feel emotional gets a standing ovation. How about that? There's strength in vulnerability. Don't be scared to have your emotions come up. Don't be scared to be vulnerable. Know that abundance is your birthright. Know that you're going to go through these emotions. Know that you're going to, this stuff's going to happen. Know that you're going to go through metamorphosis. It will happen, guys. It's going to happen. The question is, are you prepared to welcome it? Are you prepared to welcome it, to embrace it, to be okay with it? I don't know. What do you think about that, Shirley?
Definitely good nuggets. So, yeah.
You know, here's what's so great, guys, is that, you know, Shirley right now is, it's kind of bizarre because, like, I can see into the future, right? I get, you know, these visions, right? And Shirley has no comprehension of, you know, the person that she's really is, that I already see, right? And she's going through her own evolution, her morphing and molding and sculpting and morphing and molding and sculpting. But I already see this other section. I already see into the future, right? And the moment that you're just okay with it, the moment that you just accept it, that we all go through this evolution. We all go through vulnerability. We all go through peeling back the onion to make that journey inward, right? And you can be that person that inspires and motivates somebody else to tap into their personal power, to tap into their greatness, because you are willing to share your emotions with another person. You are willing to be vulnerable.
Yeah, it's weird how everything's been working out because I don't know, I feel like life is no longer against me because all of a sudden I feel like it's giving me these deadlines, natural deadlines for myself because even tomorrow I will be putting in my 3-week notice at work, and then I'm using the Vegas trip as my deadline to never work for anyone again. And then I told my mom that I was gonna go stay with her, and then she tells me, well, yeah, I'll be going to Thailand in October. I'm like, well, I want to go to Thailand. So now I'm like, great, there goes another deadline that I have to work for. So yeah, it's weird how everything's been playing out, and it's going really well.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Guys, you know what? That right there is just so amazing, you know, because I mean, I see this content evolving, right? You know, I would say it was probably about 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, maybe, Shirley had a massive breakthrough. I don't know when it was or what, if she was on a Millionaire mentoring session, something happened and something switched internally in her body to give her enough confidence to put in her 3 weeks notice at work, guys. Okay? Something happened. What was it, Shirley? What happened?
I got fed up, pretty much. Yeah, I got fed up, and I just said, I've been going through bad management one after another, and with this one, I just said, there's bad management for a reason because I'm not meant to be working for anybody. So yeah, if anything, I just got fed up, and yeah, in my case, I got mad. But that's it. Yeah.
Nice. I love it. I love it. Okay. So, guys, you know, what I want for you to understand here is that there's really only 3 major ways that you can launch a business. You're either going to buy qualified buyers and send them to a page and get them to opt in to watch a video. But after that, there has to be some connection to you. There's got to be some vulnerability. There's got to be some openness on your personal story, your personal breakthrough. How has Millionaire Mentoring changed your life, right? And that's about talking the truth, speaking from your heart, right? That's one way. Another way is to be able to put out quality content that speaks to the listening. It speaks to people's pain, right? That you have the solution that can help them solve their pain. It's over here. Just opt in now, right? That's the second way, right? The third way is just connecting with people to find out what's going on in their life, right? Do they have pain? Do they have, a problem? Or are they not living their passion, right? The 3 Ps, okay? So there's 3 distinct ways. You can have paid traffic, you can put out quality content, or you can just connect with people, right? Now, people typically do business with people that they know, like, and trust, and people that they're either like or that they aspire to be like. So here's what I tell people. If you take the position of an international recruiter and talent scout, okay, you have to be boldly in your power, okay? Now, if you just gave me $250,000 to go find 6 or 8 people that can roll up my international expansion, here would be a typical call. I'm going to phone, Bob. Hey, Bob, it's Darren Little calling. Just want to reach out, touch base, say a quick hello. What's happening in your world? I'm going to listen. He's going to talk, okay? Now, my goal is to get him to laugh. That's my goal, okay? So he's going to talk, right? So I'm going to tell him a couple cool things that are going on in my life, not business related, and then I'm going to say, Bob, I got to tell you this story. This is hilarious. Okay, now I'm going to tell him a really funny story, right? It's probably going to be from one of my vacations, something that happened recently, in my neighborhood, something that happened with my son, something that's close to my heart, right? But it was funny. Could be at me at the airport, was going through customs, this thing happened, I got to tell you the story, it's hilarious, okay? I'm going to get him to laugh, right? Now we're both laughing. Oh, man, that's funny. Oh, man, it's so good to hear you. Hey, Bob, just out of curiosity, do you know anybody right now that you can think of that's in between careers or underpaid at their job, in between careers or underpaid at their job, that might have the qualifications to roll out an international expansion for a company? Right now, I'm just doing another rollout, and I'm looking for a couple of key people to head up the international expansion. Now, typically, right, depending on their qualifications, first year, they're looking at, 150 to 200K. I'm going to adjust that based upon that person's demographic, just so you know. 150 to 200K first year. Second year, about 300. Can you think of anybody off the top of your head that might have the qualifications I can get in front of? Now, that is regular networking, guys, just so you know. I'm not pitching that guy on anything. I'm asking him, who does he know that might have the qualifications to roll out an international expansion for a business? Who does he know? Not if he's interested. Now, if he's interested, he will say, well, I wouldn't mind finding out about it, Darren. What exactly is involved? Guess what I say? Well, you know what, Tom? I mean, I don't even know if there's a fit here. What else? I don't even know if you'd be qualified, right? You got a pen? Okay, write down this website, watch this video, and call me back. Okay, that's regular, conventional networking. Okay, who do they know? Okay, I'm not pitching them. I'm asking, who do they know that might have the qualifications that can head up my expansion for me? Okay. Now, I will tell you this, guys. That's exactly how I hire management. That's exactly how I get board of directors. That's exactly how I get an advisory board. And that's exactly how I raise tens of millions of dollars in capital for my own deals. Okay, so I phone up Bob, change his state, get him to a laugh. Hey, Bob, just out of curiosity, do you know anybody that you can think of that if something was to land on their lap and they went, holy cow, are you for real? That they would be in a position where they're liquid and they would be able to make an investment? Do you know anybody like that? I use that to raise millions and millions of dollars, guys, just so you know. This is no different. Okay, so you've got to basically get over yourself, surrender your pride and your ego, stop worrying about being rejected, stop worrying about what other people are going to say or think, and get over it. If I'm going to give you $250,000 to go find me 6 or 8 people, are you going to be able to do it or not? Because that's real business. That's a corporate recruiter. And quite honestly, when they reach out to that person, they don't even know if there's a fit. They don't even know if that person wants to even leave their job. So a lot of times a corporate recruiter goes out to talk to people, and they don't even know, they don't have anything over here yet, just so you know. They're like, you know, so Tom, what's happening at work? How's it going? You know, what's happening in your world? They change their state, they get them to laugh, and they say, well, I mean, let me ask you a question. I mean, are they paying you enough money there? Are you happy there? So if I now find out that the person's not happy and they're not getting paid enough, I now have leverage. I can now go find something and bring it back to them, and I've got a better opportunity that I can now propose. That's regular life, guys. That's regular recruiting, right? Okay. So, Chad, any closing thoughts?
Oh, man. I got a lot of great notes tonight, and I guess no real closing thoughts. I've just been tapped into the information.
All right. Gladys. Gladys.
Hi. Yeah.
Did you get any takeaway there, Gladys?
Yeah, so I'm still learning I mean, from you guys, and yeah, so I will have to shoot more videos now. That's it.
Okay, Helen, any closing thoughts?
Need to shoot more video.
You do more video. Okay, great. Jessica, any closing thoughts?
I definitely need to do more videos, and I need to stop covering up my emotions. Just get to my breakthrough. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm excited.
You know, what I'm going to share with you, Jessica, is that what I would do if I was you, okay, and I'm just going to share with you what I would do, okay, because every time that you get on a Hangout, okay, and I call on you to edify you as a leader, okay, I would just practice that so that you could get comfortable with it. So it's typically, you know, here's where I was before, right? Here's where I was. This is what was going on in my life. Then I reached this breaking point, right? And I realized this, right? And now this is what's going on. That's the typical sequence. So it's here's where I was, right? Then I reached my breaking point, right? Where I would no longer stand for that reality. And then here's my reality now, right? So once you understand, that's the same strategy that I use for recruiting, just so you know. Where you currently are, right? And where do you want to go? What's your vision, right? Once you're on the other side of this, this is where I was, this was my breaking point, and here's where I am now, looking back. Does that make sense? Does it make it easier for you to be able to talk about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, on the Empower Hour the other day, it was Monday night tactical. Oh, one of the Empower calls, Dave Wood had given out like something like that you can write it all out, and it was a nice format to put it in. So I'm gonna have to do that. Just gotta print it out.
Yeah, I mean, personally, what I would do is to, You know, repetition is truly the mother of all learning. And once you guys realize this strategy works for recruiting, and it also works for a testimonial, right? So it has to do with the time continuum, right? Here's a time continuum, okay? So here's where you are currently now. So you've got past, present, and future, right? Here's where you are now, past, present, and future, okay? So everything works within this realm. Doesn't matter what it is, okay? If you're talking about you want to get somebody to advance to another level, you need to find out where they currently are. What's going on in their reality right now, right? Are they married? Do they have children? What's going on? What has them looking for a business? You need some data here, right? And then what's their vision on the other side of their breakthrough, just so you know. Right here, what's their vision, okay? So once you can deal with that timeline, now you can look at your own timeline. Okay, where was I at before? What was my breakthrough? What was my line in the sand? What would I no longer stand for? And now that I'm on the other side, what am I looking back at in my past, right? Okay, Shirley, any breakthroughs tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what really helped also is that you just got to be more vocal about what you want, because when you actually say it out loud, let's say you just have a random conversation with someone and then you kind of just think, wow, that sounded really good. So, you, you know, keep talking to people about it, and then the more you talk about it, the more you can feel comfortable taking that action, as well as telling others. And so, and again, attending these calls, because it's kind of like church. I mean, you're not Jesus or anything, but it's like, I mean, it's like church, because, you know, first day of the week you're good, and then midday of the week you're trying not to cuss anyone out. Friday you're like, the Lord is testing me, and then Sunday comes and you just fill your gas up again. And that's what this is. I mean, to be honest, I mean, that's the same with the business. It's like you go through rejection or whatever, and you start losing motivation, and then once you come back to the call, just fill up your gas tank. Yeah.
Exactly. Because what I want to share with you before we wrap up is this. If you can emotionally disconnect from the answer of your prospect, you will be rich. If you can emotionally detach from the answer of your prospect, you will be rich. Okay? So here's what I mean. So Tom, what did you like best about the video? Darren, it totally sucked. This sounds like one of those pyramid schemes. Cool. What do you got planned for the weekend? I got no emotion attached to it at all. Okay? None. Zero. Zero. Okay? So the moment that he gives me pushback, I'm already done, wrapped up, he's disqualified, and I'm moving on. I've got no reason at all to do this. None. Zero. He disqualified. Okay? So, Bob, what do you like best about the video? Darren, this looks like a total ripoff. I've seen these things before. They're a total scam. Cool. What do you got planned for the weekend? Now, once you get this and you realize you have a safety net, you won't give a rat's ass what anybody says. Trust me. You will not care. They can they can tell you to go F yourself, and you will not care. Cool. What do you got planned for the weekend? Right? I'm serious, guys. Once you get this, that it doesn't matter, okay? Because it's you that's qualifying them, not them qualifying you. You are qualifying them. You are trying to help them to have a personal breakthrough. It's you that's holding the keys to universal abundance. With alpha training, you're the one that's standing at the gateway to universal abundance of everything behind you. Okay? If they don't qualify, don't give it another second thought. Next. It's no big deal. Okay? So, you know, I mean, here's an example. I was dealing with this thing this last week with somebody that was saying, "Oh yeah, I'm getting involved in the business. I'm going all in. Tonight I'm doing it. I'm going all in." Right? And then a day would go by and it's like, "Well, what happened?" "Oh yeah. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, you know, Thursday. I'm going to do it." Right? Thursday. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Right? Another day, you know, on the weekend. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm telling you, I'm going all in. Right? Once it gets to a certain point, they don't qualify anymore to work with me. That's the truth, guys. Right? Leaders take action. Right? Leaders take action. And they're not deceptive. They tell the truth. Right? So if you're coming up against this and this, right, move it aside. The moment that you no longer care, guess what you'll find? It dissipates. The moment that you no longer care, it goes away. That's your universal test, just so you know. So once you can emotionally detach from the answer of your prospect, once you emotionally detach and you don't care, it's you that's doing them a favor by getting them into Millionaire Mentoring. You're the one that is holding the keys to universal abundance by trying to help them. And if they don't qualify, if they give you this, they're out of your reality, guys. And a lot of times when that happens, I block the person. I block them on Facebook. Right? If they keep on doing the spinner, the victim, spinner, they get blocked. They're gone. They're forever gone from my reality, and I don't look back. Right? So I would encourage you to realize that the stuff that's happening for you, they're all tests. They're all the reflectors to get you to look internally within your being. Okay, guys, so you got Darren Little here with the MLM Superheroes. Thanks a lot for joining us on this exclusive and private VIP Millionaire Mentoring session. And I look forward to meeting you in person one day. I look forward to seeing you at the top. Bye for now.